18 minutes late, but I am here. Same bat channel, maybe not the same bat time, but guys, definitely in the same bad place. I am so happy to be here again. I want to just start off with Broke Lives Matter. My name is George Howard. I believe this that money management is a mindset. If you can change your mind about money, money will change its mind about you and stick around for an entirely, completely longer time than you ever imagined. So I want to help you change your mind about money so that your money will change its mind about you and stick around for a whole lot longer. All right. So as we start talking about, how to, we're talking about now how to actually purchase properties with absolutely no credit for as little as $500. Um, I have several books that are now available. I'm so ecstatic and so excited about this, guys. I just got these in. There's 7 books altogether. 7 books altogether. Don't buy them. They're available on Amazon. Don't buy them, right? It's like, wait, don't buy your books? Yes. I'm telling you now, do not buy the books because I'm going to be having, or we're having rather, a launch party where everybody's going to get a book free. Every single person is going to get a book free. But the first one is the Untold Truth, Debunking Myths of Tax Liens and Deed Investing. Boom. Right. We have the fast track your wealth, the beginners quick and easy guide to tax lien and deed investing. Guys, you want this one. This was actually a step-by-step guide on actually how you get started doing this stuff. You cannot not have this one. We have this Tax Deed Secrets Uncovered, the 20 common mistakes made in tax lien and deed investing. Guys, will save you a lot of money, save you so much money. I wish somebody had gave me this one. And then also the Ultimate State Guide to Tax Lien and Deed Investing, how to do this in every single state in the country and strategies for each state. We also have 3 different ones that are coming, guys. We did the kind of like the easy ones first, right? That's why they're here. The hard ones, it took me a long time to write. They're still coming, and that is the property strategy, and that is how do you actually go to a tax lien and deed sale and get a property, right? Especially at a lien sale, like you're gambling, like, am I going to get the property or not? Guys, I have a strategy that's worked 80% of the time for my students, that if they buy a tax lien, about 80% of the time that tax lien is actually going to turn into a property. We call it the how to get a property every time strategy. But then we also have what we call guaranteed wealth strategy. The guaranteed wealth strategy is for people who say, you know what, George, I really don't want a property. I don't want to be a landlord. I don't want that. But man, these double digit investing, that sounds really good to me. I'm so interested in that. How do I actually do that? That is called guaranteed wealth. And then finally, we have the third book that's still coming, is what we consider to be the OTC strategy. The OTC strategy is where we teach you how to go and get properties from the government over the counter. Like you can literally walk in, pay some back taxes, and leave with a deed. Well, maybe not leave with the deed. They got to prepare it and have a judge sign it and all that kind of stuff. But you leave owning the property. That's the great thing about it. And so those 3 books are still coming. They're a lot longer, a lot bigger, but those are the strategies. And then you definitely want the other books as your resource to go along with the strategies. Guys, we have a 7-book series and we're excited about it. But let me get into our topic for today as we start talking about how to get the property every time. Well, not as we start talking about how to buy properties for as little as $500 with absolutely no credit. If you have not shared this out, go ahead and share this out for me. I want to go ahead and tell you, thank you, Melanie. Good to see you, guys. We want to, if y'all don't know, Melanie, I think that's Melanie Payne. She literally just took a course from us and literally killed it at the auction, followed every single step that we did and did so wonderful. I'm so proud of her for what she's been able to accomplish. And hopefully she's still just going and killing it at the auctions. All right. So today we're going to be talking about tax deed states. Yesterday we talked about tax lien states. Today we're going to be talking about tax deed states. And what is a tax deed? Yesterday we talked about what a tax lien is, but what is actually is a tax deed? All right. So if you don't remember, just a quick review, surmise, because remember, I only have at this point at the most 15 minutes. So I want to surmise really quickly. if I lost you, please go back and watch yesterday. Yes, it's Melanie Payne. Good to see you, baby. Um, please go back and watch yesterday's broadcast, you guys. I'm back. It's so good to be back to you guys. I missed y'all, but I've been writing books. I have been doing all kind of stuff, guys. If you don't mind, if you want to go to our book launch where everybody's going to leave with a free book, which is why I'm telling you, don't go now and buy it at Amazon because you're probably going to end up getting it free. Go now and get it on. Go now and register at financialmoses.com. Register at financialmoses.com. And what's going on, LaShonda? Good to see you. Andre, Felicia, the Faith Pusher Dotson is also here. Good to see you. By the way, I did not do my shout out. Let's do the shout outs, guys. If you're here, let's go ahead and shout every single body out. If you are on Facebook or on YouTube, and we on like 3 or 4 different channels on each one, great. We want to go ahead and shout you out by putting a comment in the chat, and I will shout you out. But once I start teaching, y'all know I want to do it. If you have not shared this out, share this broadcast out. If you're watching the replay, put replay in the chat, and I promise you, me or somebody in my team will come back and greet you. Most likely it will be me because I monitor this thing all day long. All right. So, what was that? Oh, tax D states, right? So tax D states, you guys, are states that says, hey, listen, we're not going to go and mess around with this whole tax lien process. Like, we're not going to go through the redemption period. We're not going to go through this. Typically, a tax D state will give the taxpayer the opportunity to a longer period of time before they actually sell the home, right? Like California, they get 5 years, right, before they even go on a tax deed list. So don't think like this is like, oh my God, I'm taking people's property. No, they had a lot of time to actually pay. And if you don't buy it, somebody else will. So you probably need to go ahead and do this. So how do you buy property for $500, as little as $500, you guys? Literally by participating in tax lien and deed sales, which is what we're talking about. And you need absolutely no credit. You can be a felon. You don't need no credit. You don't need anything but a little bit of money and knowledge, and you can do this. We have so many different students who have. I don't know if Melanie Payne is still here, but Melanie, put in the chat real quickly, if you will. Put in there how many properties you actually got at tax lien and deed sales so far. You guys can see that. Like, anybody can do this. And if I'm not mistaken, you can put this in your chat as well. How much real estate experience did you have before you actually found me and actually begin to follow the process? All right. So this is what happens in the process of a tax D state. Now, remember that every state is a little different. So I can't say that every single thing is going to be the exact same way, right? So I'm surmising for most states, but I cannot say for all. So guys, I'm going to show you guys this real quickly. As you guys see, this is Melanie Payne. She's music lover. And she says she's gotten 5 properties and she had no real estate experience whatsoever. So proud of her. But here's why I had her put this on here, so that you can know that if you never have done this before, you can do this. It is not complicated if you just follow the process. And the reason why we have 7 books is because we want to itemize the process for you step by step, exactly what to do, what not to do. In addition, we also have courses. We also have mentorships. We also go live in our teachings. We have so many different offerings that we offer our people to make sure they have and can also be have success. All right. So tax deed states, you guys, when a homeowner goes so long without paying their taxes, right? They will get all kind of notifications from the state, right, saying, hey, we need you to pay your taxes. We're going to absolutely take your property if you do not, follow up with us. We need you to follow up with us. By the time the state says, okay, we're going to go ahead and no test sans segor, right? If you don't know what that means, it means no Lord without land. Watch yesterday's broadcast. We're going to go ahead and retrieve that property back from you, and we're going to sell it to somebody who will pay their taxes so that the county and the government can actually fulfill the benefits that they need to the community. And so once they actually have snatched that property back, right? It's such a harsh word, like snatch, right? Once they have possession of that property, then they will go ahead and auction that property off at a tax deed auction. Is what's that called, right? Some states are lien states, and some states are deed states. Now, inside of this, I want to make it a little bit more complicated. I hope you guys are taking notes, right? By the way, I want to make it a little bit more complicated and tell you that there is a such thing as a redeemable deed state, right? States like Texas, states like Tennessee are redeeming, and some other ones that are tax redeemable tax deed states, right? That means that you can actually have a deed in your hand, like you have the deed, it is your property, but they will still give the homeowner a certain period of time to come back and redeem it. Now, the great thing about a redeemable tax deed state is that once you have a deed that's your property, you can actually start paying, or not paying, but actually collecting rent off of that property. So let's just say homeowner is Jan. Jan used to own the home. You just bought the property. Awesome. So because you just bought that property, if Jan is in that home, you can actually begin to charge Jan rent right now. So you can start collecting money on that property immediately before you've done anything to the property, before you've really done anything, right? I can just really just start collecting rent, even from the previous homeowner, which is so awesome. So when you start talking about a redeemable deed state, and then they'll have so long to actually pay. So here's the deal, right? This is why redeemable tax deed states really don't bother me. Like I actually like them. I'm kind of like partial to them, is because if they didn't pay their taxes before the government actually took it, and now they owe the taxes, plus they owe you your percentage of whatever that is in that state, they probably are not going to redeem. In addition to that, if you have done any necessary, somebody say necessary in the chat, put necessary in the chat for me. If you've done any necessary construction or rehabilitation on the property, then they have to pay you back that too. So this is a way that people have been buying property for years, literally for years, and people just didn't know about it. Guys, tax liens and deeds, we shared this on yesterday, is literally a 200-year-old investment. I brought up Chat GPT on yesterday, guys. It was so exciting, and actually showed on Chat GPT, you know, it's the smartest thing that's out there. What is the oldest investment that's out there? So if you look at a mutual fund, and everybody pretty much knows what a mutual fund is, tax liens and deeds are older than that. CDs, tax deeds and liens are older than that. Money market accounts, tax deeds and liens are older than that. Wall Street, tax liens and deeds are older than that. The Federal Reserve System, tax liens and deeds are older than that. Like annuities, tax liens or deeds are older than that. 401ks, tax deeds and liens are older than that. Like if you name an investment, tax deeds and liens are probably, well, not probably, they're older than that. They are close to the oldest investment in America. In America is arguably between that and stocks, not Wall Street. It's older than Wall Street. But before Wall Street exists, there has been recorded some stocks that were sold from companies that may predate, is argumentative, and may not predate tax liens and deeds. But here's the deal. The fact that tax liens and deeds are named as the oldest investment, or one of the oldest investments in America, and everybody has heard of a stock, a mutual fund, a money market account, a IRA, a Roth, whatever it is, and you've never really heard of a tax lien and deed, in addition to not only have you heard about it, but if you have heard about it, then you really don't know how to execute and actually purchase property or get a double-digit return, or all the different strategies that people have been using for over 200 years. That should tell you a whole lot. It tells you that people did not want you to know about this investment, because I think it's the best investment on the planet. I said again, I think it's the best investment on the planet. Now, on Monday, I'll be coming back to you. By the way, I want to tell everybody happy Good Friday, right? On Monday, I'm going to be coming to you guys, and I want to give you a free list that you can download that would actually be a free gift to you guys that you can actually download it, and it'll tell you exactly what your estate is, what the interest rate is, if there's a redemption period, how long the redemption period is, just as a beginner's guide that you guys can actually start following me along with this. Gosh, I still got like 4 minutes. Okay. So, what I want to do, and I'm not going to even open the books right now because if I do, I know I'm going to go over time. So, what I want to do real quickly is kind of go through the process of um, a deed state, right? So what happens is that your state legislature got together and they said, "Hey, we're going to um, become a, we're going to do tax liens and deeds, but we're going to actually govern it according to tax deed state." All right, and so they say we're going to wait. In one state, it may be 5 years. Another state might be 3 years before we even, go through the foreclosure process of getting a property. Now, what is a foreclosure process? All right. So this is where I kind of may go over time because I want to be as intentional, as specific as possible, but I also need to be wary of time. So I might go a little over to that. All right. So what happens is that I call it the law of substitution. No such thing. I made it up, but this is what I call it. You'll find it also in my books. The law of substitution. All right. Let me tell you what I mean by the law of substitution. The government has the ability to be the kid when you were in kindergarten or first grade that always cut line, right? Like, it's like, you guys are lined up at the door, they want to cut line. You get lined up at noon for lunch, they want to cut line. You line up for recess, they want to cut line. You line up to go home, they want to cut line, right? It's always that guy. But the government does it and they have a right to do it. What are they cutting line in? It's what's called lien prioritorship, right? Lien priority. So the way liens are recorded is that they are first come, first serve. So if I have first lien position, I'm the first one to get paid out. If they sell the house, they refinance the house or whatever. If I'm second lien position, then anything left over from first lien position comes to me. Third lien position, anything left over from first and second, then comes to me, right? So nobody really wants to be in what's called a subordinate position. I ain't gonna say nobody. It's just a whole lot more risk to be in a subordinate position. So a subordinate position would be I'm not first, I'm second, third, fourth, or fifth. So when the county comes along and says, "Hey, we're going to put a lien on your house," and let's say you have 3 liens against your house. Let's say you have a first mortgage, a second mortgage, and then let's say you have a business loan or a HELOC or whatever. Well, the HELOC would have been a second. Say you got a boat loan or a construction lien or a child support lien against your property. Well, what happens is that the government comes along and they cut line, just like the little kid back when you was in first and second grade. They cut in front of third position. They cut in front of second position. They even cut in front of first position, and they even get in front of the mortgage. And they say, "Okay, because I'm in first position, I have the right to really foreclose on the property and relieve the all, or extinguish would be a better word, extinguish all the other debts that are connected to this property because I'm first in line." All right. So you have people that have mortgages on their property or have mortgages on their property, and you can get that property absolutely debt free with absolutely no mortgage. Now, how do you get it? Because when you bought the property from the county or the state, well, then the law of substitution kicked in and says, well, if we were in first lien position and we foreclosed on the house and we sold it to you, well, then guess who has first, or you even have a lien, you actually get a deed debt free with no liens against it. Now, on a lien state, it would apply because if the county is in first lien position and they sell you that lien, well, all of the powers and rights that the government had has been substituted over to you because you bought the lien position from the state. That's the best example that I could give you um really there. That's really it. Now, guys, I really want to keep going. I'm at 20 minutes and 6 seconds. I got to end this. I promise you guys that I will not be longer than 20 minutes. But before I go, I want to tell you that we just released 7 books. 4 of them are already here. 3 are still coming. They are all on Amazon where you can order them now. But I'm telling you now, do not go get these books because we're going to be giving away free books. Everybody that comes to our launch party is going to get a free book. Every single person. I don't even know what the phone is. All right. Every single person is going to get a free book. Y'all want to talk to Marcy? I played a cruel joke on her. Y'all want to hear it? Okay, listen. I'm probably going to get fussed at pretty bad. Let's see here. Hey.
You must have lost your
mind. You got my gift?
You must have lost your mind.
You got my gift in the mail?
I called you. I'm gonna call your daddy and tell him.
You got my gift?
I called you. First he's like, "Well, I'll wear it. I snatched that off." You know where we live. You know where we live. They done shot you in the street. Give me the hand.
So, by the way, you called in the middle of my broadcast. And I knew why you were calling. Why you think I've been calling you for like the last 2 or 3 days? I'm like, she ain't said nothing yet. She ain't opened it. She ain't said nothing yet. She ain't opened. I knew.
It just came today.
Oh, it said it was delivered yesterday.
Oh, I just got it today.
Amazon said it was delivered yesterday. It was like it's in her mailbox. So I called you the day before yesterday. I was like, she ain't got it yet. Okay, she ain't fussed me out yet. So I called yesterday. I'm like, she ain't fussed me out yet. So then when you got home, and I called you again when she got home, I'm like, she ain't checked the mail because I know she's gonna say.
Probably why. I probably didn't check that mailbox.
So just so y'all know, right? I'm going over time. I know I said I was only going to be 20 minutes, right? But I figured y'all would laugh at this too. Me and Marcy had a bet, right? She's reneged and I gave her permission to renege because I don't know if I would have done it either if I had lost. Just so y'all know. But the bet was if Trump was going to be indicted and if he would be or would he not be. I said that he would not be indicted by the end of 2022. She said he would be indicted by the end of 2022. So the bet was, I can't say it without laughing, right? The bet was since you say he will be and I say he won't be, whoever loses has to wear a Make America Great Again hat for an entire day. So on January 1st, I was so excited because I had won the bet. So I called her up and I was like, hey, I need your address because I got to send you this hat. She was like, I ain't wearing that hat. No. So as I just told you guys, I just had some books. I'm going my way to Atlanta and we're going to be, I had some books shipped to her house because I'm going to Atlanta. And she gave me her address. So of course, what do you think I did with her address? I sent her hat. So now Marcy has a Make America Great Again, a nice red hat that says MAGA on it. And and everybody now across Facebook knows that you don't keep your bets.
That's all right. That is okay.
I'll call you back. I'm gonna call you back once I get off this broadcast. I'm ending it now.
All right, bye.
Bye. Yeah, I don't know, man. It was just good, clean fun, you guys. Listen, go to financialmoses.com, guys. Get registered. It is free to register. Everybody that comes to our 7-book launch will get free books, guys. I'm telling you, you're going to get a free book, and it's going to be one of those 3 that we talked about, the 3 strategies that either the OTCs, the guaranteed wealth, or get the property every time strategy. It's going to be one of those. So you want to go grab those, go save your place in the place. Guys, there's only 1,000 seats. I'm only giving away 1,000 books. I'm telling you now, like, it's only 1,000 seats available. Today, I just dropped the link now. We were going to wait until Monday to drop the link. I cheated. I dropped the link now. If our tech team, I tested it. It worked, but our tech team is probably going to be upset because, like George, we did not test it to the extent we wanted to. And yeah, you already released it. I couldn't wait, guys. I'm so excited about these books. I couldn't wait. But guys, we'll be back on Monday talking about tax things and things and how you can buy property for $500 with no credit. I have done it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, over 150 times. And I'm excited to share it with you because many people did not know and do not know that you can actually buy property another way through the government that they've been keeping a secret for over 200 years. All right. So, guys, I love you guys all with the love of Christ. I pray everything with you. Yeah. Andre, you found it. Felicia, Andre, Felicia, the Faith Pusher Dotson. I found that hilarious too. So, yeah, Marcy, she's pretty mad at me. I'm sure she's probably going to throw my hat away, but I don't know. All right, guys. I'll see you guys. Prayerfully have a great Easter weekend. Go celebrate. You guys don't know I do Passover, but go celebrate. Have a wonderful time this weekend as we all celebrate the resurrection of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. All right. Until that time, guys, I love you guys with the love of Christ, and I'll see you guys later. You guys be blessed. All right. Bye-bye.